Hi there, and welcome back to another review. Today's film is Black Bag, directed by Steven Soderbergh and starring Michael Fassbender as George Woodhouse alongside Kate Blanchett and as his wife Catherine. Marketed as a spy thriller, Black Bag leans into questions of trust, loyalty, and betrayal, with the nuance of the leading suspect being his wife. The big question is, does Soderbergh's film rise to the challenge of delivering a gripping spy drama, or does it stumble into spy mediocrity? Let's find out. Quick heads up, my reviews are not spoiler free. Sometimes I skim, other times I go full spoilers. Consider this your warning. Let's talk about the story. The story of this movie centers on George Woodhouse, a seasoned intelligence agent renowned for his interrogation skills, particularly his mastery of polygraph tests and to be able to tell whether or not you're lying. His world collapses when his wife, Catherine, becomes a prime suspect in the theft of Severus, a top secret software program stolen from the NCSC. And for those who aren't familiar with that, the acronym, it stands for the National Counterintelligence and Security Center. This software, known only as Severus, if sold into terrorist organizations, could kill thousands and destabilize world power structures. Tasked with finding the mole within a week, George investigates a small pool of suspects, all of whom he's worked with or remains familiar with. As the investigation unfolds, George is forced to turn his suspicions toward Catherine herself, testing not only his skills as an agent, but also his loyalty as a husband. For those unfamiliar with the term black bag, it refers to operations or information so classified that they can't be discussed openly. A fitting title for a story steeped in secrecy and, well, deception. With no further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the positives. The first pro would have to be Michael Fassbender's performance. Fassbender shines as George, blending steely precision with vulnerability. His interrogation scenes, both with and without the polygraph, are some of the film's highlights, showcasing his ability to unnerve, manipulate, and pry into the minds of others. He sells the role of a man constantly calculating, yet visibly shaken when his personal and professional worlds collide. The dynamic between Fassbender and Blanchett is especially strong, crackling with suspicion, tenderness, and buried mistrust that ultimately turns into a devotion to one another that proves strongest by the time the credits roll. The second positive for this movie would have to be the smart, tight pacing. Soderbergh, the director, keeps the film lean and sharp. There are no bloated exposition dumps or unnecessary action set pieces. Instead, Black Bag thrives on tension, dialogue, and paranoia. The dinner table scene early on and later a high-stakes polygraph session demonstrate that thrills can come from subtle glances and carefully chosen words rather than explosions. The mystery of the mole sustains a momentum throughout, and when the truth is revealed, it feels earned rather than tacked on. If you're looking for great leading characters, strong and smartly written dialogue, then this is the movie for you. The last positive I have is a return to classic spy thrills and the reveal of the mole. This isn't a gadget-heavy or globe-trotting Bond spectacle. Instead, Black Bag leans into the grounded espionage storytelling, whispered suspicions, coded exchanges, and the unnerving realization that anyone could be the traitor. It's a refreshing callback to the old-school spy dramas where atmosphere and mistrust carry the story, and thankfully it's done well in this film. While the mole's identity is woven into the narrative and thankfully not a last-minute character drop, it's done quite well with a great payoff. The film builds tension effectively, and the ending lands quite well for me. With the pros out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about a negative I had for this particular film. The biggest negative for this film would have to be a slow burn that won't be for everyone. Though well paced for a spy drama, some audiences will inevitably find Black Bag too quiet or too boring, especially for a spy film. Its reliance on dialogue and psychological tension over big action beats may alienate those expecting faster, more explosive thriller. With the pros and cons out of the way, let's go ahead and talk about the key takeaways. The first key takeaway is that trust is the ultimate weapon. At its core, Black Bag isn't just about espionage, it's about the fragility of trust, both within marriage and within intelligence agencies. George's struggle to reconcile his duty with his love for Catherine elevates the film beyond a standard mole hunt and one that highlights the significance of choosing the right life partner. The second key takeaway is that less action, more atmosphere works. Like Soderbergh's best work, this film thrives when it leans into restraints. The tension comes not from shootouts or car chases, but from silence, subtle performances, and the constant fear of betrayal. It's with that said that looking back and coming to the final verdict, Black Bag is a sharp, well-acted spy thriller that trades spectacle for atmosphere. Fassbender delivers one of his strongest performances in years, and Blanchett matches him with a layered turn that keeps the audience guessing. While its slower, dialogue-driven approach may frustrate viewers looking for action-heavy thrills, fans of classic espionage dramas will find plenty to appreciate. For me, this one easily landed at a 4 out of 5 stars, a well-written and tightly constructed thriller that rewards patience and attention. What about you? Did Black Bag keep you hooked through its paranoia and tension, or did it feel too slow for your taste? Drop your thoughts below, and if you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Film Sense with Brian.